Good evening, and thank you for joining us. Welcome to the Cascade Christian Pavilion, where the Challengers are set to play their crosstown rival, the St. Mary's Crusaders, in another edition of Holy Hoops. Thanks for joining us on Table Rock Sports. Jim McCoy with you this evening, Johnny McCoy on the camera, and we're excited to be bringing you high school basketball action down your way. For those of you who are fans of girls basketball, the Crusaders and Challengers are going at it over at St. Mary's tonight, and that game will be video streamed as well. The Challengers coming in with a 6-0 record, fresh off a victory against one of the top programs in the state in the Santiam Christian Eagles. It was a dramatic back-and-forth game that the Challengers were able to pull away with a 23-point fourth quarter to secure an 8-point victory, 52-44. Meanwhile, the Crusaders come in with a 4-2 record on the season. They opened up their season with a road win against North Valley. They were also winners in convincing fashion against Phoenix. Then they had a pair of losses, losing to Klamath Union 65-37. And they lost a narrow one to Brookings Harbor over at their place, 62-60, a place that Cascade went to last Thursday night. And the Challengers won in pretty convincing fashion with a 67-33 victory. Since those pairs of losses, the Crusaders are riding a 2-game winning streak, having defeated South Umpqua 73-46, and then pulling out a close one at home against Sutherland over the weekend by a score of 65-62. Challengers, meanwhile, they have, other than the close game against Santiam Christian yesterday, they've pretty well dominated their schedule. You can see that the defense, the length that the Challengers have defensively and what they're able to do enables them to keep the score down. They limited South Umpqua to 15. Now, this is for a whole game. 15 points. Days Creek, just 20 points. Hosanna Triad, only 19 points in that game. Then Trinity Lutheran, they made a good battle of it, but the Challengers won by 19. There was yesterday's game, and then the win against Brookings Harbor. We'll take a timeout right now. We'll take the opportunity to recognize our sponsors. But don't you dare go away. We've got plenty of great high school basketball action coming your way. Crosstown rivals, the St. Mary's Crusaders and the Cascade Christian Challengers. We've got it coming your way here on Table Rock Sports.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
At My Circle K, powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
U.S. Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All U.S. Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. U.S. Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
It's our sponsors that help make this live high school athletic action available for you, including our title sponsor, Lithia Superstore, Jeep Dodge Chrysler. Visit lithiasuperstore.com to find your next ride. Also thanks to Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon, our presenting sponsor with 7 locations to serve you. We're just moments away from the start of tonight's ball game, the Crusaders versus the Challengers. A rivalry that dates back close to 30 years now, as the Challengers, back in those days, in the old days of the Big Fur League, moved up from the single A ranks to join the same league as St. Mary's. During many of those early years, it was the Crusaders with the advantage. Then, as we moved into the 21st century, things began to even out just a little bit. In fact, you get back to about, 2007, the Crusaders and Challengers ended up playing each other for the 2A state championship over in Pendleton, and the Challengers ended up coming away victors for their first ever state championship in that contest. Over the last several years, it's kind of gone back and forth. There have been stretches where it's been the Challengers with the advantage, and there have been other times where it's been the Crusaders. It's been really even the last couple of years, generally favoring the home team. Credit to you Crusader fans. St. Mary's is a tough place to play. The crowd really gets into it, and even with the presence of Challenger fans there, you know whose house it is when you go over and visit St. Mary's. And then over here at the Pavilion, kind of a similar story. The fans really get into it, and certainly you see the home court advantage begin to come into play there. However, you should also mention, in the last few years, it's just 5 short years ago, St. Mary's ended up winning a 3A state championship. Challengers, last title they won was the 3A title back in 2009, but they were state runners-up last year. Oh, and guess who they had to go through to get there? St. Mary's, and what ended up being a very exciting contest between two teams. But these teams have changed a fair amount since that time. Gone is Trey Foster, the big shot blocker and presence around the hoop. He's not here anymore. Then you look over on the Challengers side. Gone are the likes of Keegan Shawn and Lane Collum, and then some of the other guys. We have some seniors over here at Cascade who've played basketball in the past who aren't playing this year. Gone are Nathan Spurlock, Dominic Lewis, Ryan Crowell, some players like that were a part of the program for a while. But in this crazy kind of COVID year, you got a lot of seniors, and I'm sure Cascade Christian's not the only one, where you've got students who are eager to move on with their lives and do other things. And the idea of maybe playing some basketball past their graduation date doesn't really appeal to them a whole lot. So you look on both sides of the floor. Some guys will be watching tonight. Some guys that we know that will definitely be delivering for St. Mary's. We'll be watching players like Benyon. He'll no doubt be a guy we got to keep our eye on. Will Cranenberg, very talented young player. Also, we know what Jonah Hadley can do. Nathan Sternenberg, we didn't see in the soccer season, and it was our understanding that maybe he had some health issues that were keeping him out, but understand that he has done some playing and now is suited up for basketball. For the Challengers, meanwhile, one big presence that they didn't have before. You recall, St. Mary's fans, one of the challenges we had was trying to match up against Foster, but now the Challengers have into their program a 6'10" freshman in Austin Maurer. His younger brother Peyton, a JV player, who will see a little bit of action off the bench perhaps this evening. But also a couple other new faces, and Levi Marinkus, who is the team leader in steals, and also a good three-point shooter coming over from North Medford. Then Morgan Law out of the Grants Pass program. Morgan, the leading scorer on the team, averaging 13 points a game. Then you have some old stand boys, just as the Crusaders have Cranenberg, Sternenberg, and players like that. Then the Challengers have some familiar faces, such as Cody Reese, the defensive spark plug for the Challengers, as well as Braden Coppage, who gives them a lot of grit hitting the boards. So it's going to be a lot of fun. where you can go ahead and throw the win-loss records out the window, forget all about all the stats. I think there's definitely an extra feeling of emotion in a game like this. They're getting ready to go ahead and do some of the pregame festivities. What I will go ahead and do right now is this will give me an opportunity to take a quick commercial break. And then when we return, we'll bring you the tip-off for tonight's game. It's the Cascade Christian Challengers versus the St. Mary's Crusaders. We'll be back in a couple of moments right here on TableRockSports.net.
Coach, or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens, called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first-name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do, and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Welcome back to the Cascade Christian Pavilion tonight. Let's go ahead and meet the starters for tonight's ball game. First of all, for the St. Mary's Crusaders, at one guard spot will be 6-foot senior Will Cranenberg. Joining him will be 6'1" guard, a senior, Luke Benyon. Also in the lineup, Jonah Hadley. Hadley, a 6'3" forward. And then another senior in the starting lineup is Nathan Sternenberg. Sternenberg, a 6'3" senior. And then finally rounding out the starting lineup, we saw him during football season, 6'1" junior, Eli Haynes. The Crusaders coached by Richard Vasey. Now let's go ahead and meet the Cascade Christian Challengers. So first, at one guard spot will be junior, 5'9", Cody Reese. Levi Marinkus, the North Medford transfer, team leader in steals, third on the team in scoring. He'll be out there along with Matt McFeeters, 6'3" senior forward. And then Morgan Law, the team's leading scorer, averaging 13 a game. Deadly from three-point range. And then finally, the freshman sensation, Austin Maurer, at 6'10", the Challengers coached by Brian Morris. Glad you could be with us here tonight. The Challengers coached by Brian Morris, Richard Vasey, his counterpart, over on the Crusaders bench.
Thank you.
So instead of the traditional jump ball, They're going to go ahead and inbound the Crusaders as the visitor, and here we go. Basketball action underway. Working it over for Sternenberg, up top for Hadley. Hadley guarded by the 6'10 Maurer. Losing the control there for a moment is Benyon, but he'll work his way out of trouble. Moving is Cranenberg. Down in the corner. Over on the wing, making a drive is Haynes. He'll kick it back out for Sternenberg. They'll go ahead and get it, and take away by Cody Reese. Reese 1-on-3 in traffic. Good transition defense by the Crusaders. Morgan has it, fires from 3, he buries it.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
And sorry about that. Had a little trouble there, but now we're back on top of things here. 3-0 ball game. Challengers on top, thanks to the three-pointer by Morgan Law. Crusader basketball. Turnaround jumper. Benyon can't hit. Outletting is Maurer to Reese. Reese with the basketball. Gets to Law. McFeeters looking inside for Maurer. Ball ends up out of bounds. They say it's last touched by the St. Mary's Crusaders. Opening moments here of the ball game. Challengers with a 3-0 lead. Reese inbounds for Marinkus. Now to Law. Goes inside for Reese. Reese, though, a much taller man there on him, so he'll think better of it. Get it back out. Cody starts to make a move, goes to his left. Down in the corner is McFeeters, and his shot just a little bit long, no good. St. Mary's rebound. Benyon's going to fire from downtown. His shot short. Hadley tries to save it, but it ends up in the arms of Law. Law down the floor. He'll start to make a move on Haynes. And as he makes his baseline move and fires a pass in the direction of Reese, we have a whistle and a foul called against the Crusaders. That will be against Eli Haynes, his first of the ball game. And a timeout called on the floor. We will take one as well. 3-0 ball game on your John L. Scott scoreboard. We'll be back after these messages on Table Rock Sports.
Way to ride would be just to get on the bus and go. RVTD helps me to be independent. The bus goes everywhere I need to go. I've become pretty good friends with even some of the drivers. They really care about the passengers. I have to use the power wheelchair, which makes it convenient to have to ride the bus because they have the ramps that go down so you can get on and off really easy. I feel very safe. And now more than ever, RVTD is a very important part of this community. I don't know where I'd be without it.
Back at the pavilion, we're ready for action. 5:54 to go in the first. Challengers with a 3-0 lead and the ball. Reese inbounds for Law. He's over on the far baseline. Works it up top for Marinkus. He's looking inside where Sternenberg is guarding Maurer. Marinkus picks up his dribble. Down it goes for Marinkus. They try to go inside, broken up by Sternenberg. He'll quickly tip it out to Will Cranenberg. Works his way up the floor. Marinkus on him. They try to dump it in the low post, and it's taken away by McFeeters. McFeeters with the basketball. Feeds it off for Maurer. Maurer's shot blocked. No foul called, but it's taken back away by the Challengers, where McFeeters runs it down. Reese up top to Marinkus. He'll start a move. Dumps it back out for Matt. Matt will drive. And they're going to... Matt McFeeters. He gets the hoop and the harm. Gives the Challengers a 5-0 lead and has a chance to add a bit more. Now that doesn't make any sense. Would he be going for a three-point play? So I think they're making a correction on the scoreboard. Yep, they went ahead and waved the basket off. They're going to say it was before the shot. Meanwhile, driving to the hoop. Law with the left hand, 2. So Law gets it back for the Challengers, who now lead in the ball game 5-0. Going the other way, Jonah Hadley. He'll pull up against Maurer. Gets it back out. Sternenberg going to drive hard to the hole. His shot short. Ball's tipped around. Maurer has it and gets it out for Reese. Reese out of backcourt. Put his quickness on display. And they'll say he stepped over the line and out of bounds. It will be Crusader basketball. So we're almost halfway through the beginning of the first quarter. And you can tell we're in the early stages of the ball game just by some of the play and all the emotion that accompanies a rivalry game. Braden Coppage in the Challenger lineup. Hadley going to drive, go hard to the hole. His shot, nothing but glass. Maurer is there. Up for Law. Law out of traffic. Works it over for Coppage. Now to Reese. Goes inside for Maurer. He gets it to go. Austin Maurer gives us a football score of 7-0. 3:45 left to go in the first quarter of play. Driving the other way, it is Benyon against Reese. And they're going to call Cody for the foul. And that will be his first personal of the ball game. Timeout on the floor. We'll also take one. John L. Scott scoreboard. 7-0 Challengers. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Coming out of the timeout, Challengers with a 7-0 lead, but we're just coming off a personal foul called, the block called against Cody Reese, his first of the ball game. That's one team foul for the Challengers. Crusaders with 2. Taking the inbound. Caden Walker, who's into the ball game. Now to Hadley. Hadley makes a move to the hoop. He can't get the shot to go. There with the rebound, the smallest man on the floor, Cody Reese. Little helter-skelter, scramble for the ball. Challengers come away with it. Reese with the basketball. Bounce pass, tries to get it inside, but it is broken up by the Crusaders. Also in the ball game is Himir Patel. Ball ends up out of bounds, so it's still a 7-0 ball game. So Patel wearing number 25 in the ball game. Also in, along with Cranenberg, Walker, Jonah Hadley, and Benyon, who's guarding Reese. Near steal, Coppage with the basketball. Coppage dumps it inside for Maurer. Maurer, little baby hook. It's good. Austin Maurer with the second bucket of the ball game. Steal by Reese. Cody Reese with the bucket. Challengers now with an 11-0 lead. Quickly going the other way, Jonah Hadley with the basketball. Patel pulling up at the free throw line. Benyon, shot won't stick. Coppage now quickly up the floor for McFeeters. He touches it off the glass for his first bucket of the ball game. Challengers lead 13-0. St. Mary's still looking for their first bucket of the night. Cranenberg against Law. Law with a near steal. It goes out of bounds. He touched it last. Marinkus will now check into the ball game as Cody Reese takes a breather. But this Challenger defense is on full display here tonight. We're watching just steal after steal and a good defense against the half-court game of St. Mary's. Up top it'll go. Levi Marinkus, the team leader in steals, makes a move. He'll spin around, go to the hole. Levi Marinkus makes it a 15-0 ball game. Patel at the free throw line, hounded by McFeeters, broken up by Law. Law quickly down the floor to Marinkus. He'll fire from long distance, and he buries it. A timeout called. We will take one as well. John L. Scott scoreboard shows Challengers up 18-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Way to ride would be just to get on the bus and go. RVTD helps me to be independent. The bus goes everywhere I need to go. I've become pretty good friends with even some of the drivers. They really care about the passengers. I have to use the power wheelchair, which makes it convenient to have to ride the bus because they have the ramps that go down so you can get on and off really easy. I feel very safe. And now more than ever, RVTD is a very important part of this community. I don't know where I'd be without it.
For almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, or business needs. Locally owned, family-run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and our communities. 1:24 left to go in the first, and no, you are not mistaken. Your eyes are not playing tricks on you, and I do have the score correct. It is the Challengers 18 and the Crusaders yet to score. Walker with the basketball, being double-teamed, bounce pass, cross-court it goes, and now Patel loses the handle on the basketball, and it will be Challenger ball here with 1:13 left to go in the first. Reese out of backcourt. He's joined in the lineup by Marinkus, McFeeters, Maurer, and Coppage. Marinkus with the basketball starts to make a move against his opposing player in the ball game is Jaden Foster. Meanwhile, as Reese starts to make a move, foul called against the Crusaders. And that's going to go against Caden Walker. That's 3 team fouls now for the Crusaders. Coppage now to Reese. He'll pull up from 15. His shot just a little bit flat, no good. Patel with the rebound for the Crusaders. Meanwhile, McFeeters taps it out of bounds. Active hands by the Challengers. And it looks like we've got a couple of youngsters checking into the ball game for Cascade. Looks like we got Peyton Maurer maybe getting ready to check in. He's going to go ahead and take a seat back on the bench. Reese will come out now as Morgan Law comes back in. Taking the inbound, Walker. Walker around the screen. Makes a move. And now it's Foster going to shoot it. And he gets the Crusaders on the board. Jaden Foster quickly going the other way. Morgan Law, 2. Law with 7 points in the quarter, 20-2. Spinning to the hoop, it's Foster. His shot a little bit flat. Law with a long pass down the floor to McFeeters. Showtime. McFeeters with 4 in the ball game. 22-20. Time running out on the quarter. Foster, nothing but glass on that final shot. And after 1, your John L. Scott scoreboard shows the Cascade Christian Challengers 22, the St. Mary's Crusaders 2. We'll be back after this timeout on Table Rock Sports.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Back at the Cascade Christian Pavilion, Morgan Law with 7 points to lead the Challengers in the first quarter, but a pretty balanced attack. Levi Marinkus with 5, Matt McFeeters with 4, Austin Maurer with 4 for Cascade Christian, and just 2 points, and it came in the closing moments of the quarter. Jaden Foster for the Crusaders. Table Rock Sports says thank you to the over 100 new YouTube subscribers this spring. It helps us keep the games coming. Go to youtube.com, search Table Rock Sports, and click on the red subscribe button if you would like to join the team. Thank you. Challengers inbounding the ball to start the second quarter. Law to his left. Maurer with the backdoor cut, but good defense by Sternenberg. Marinkus now to Law. Law moves inside, goes hard to the hole. His shot just a little bit too hard. Offensive rebound by McFeeters. And as Reese starts to make his move, foul called against the Crusaders, and that's going to go against Eli Haynes. For Haynes, that'll be his second personal. Law with the basketball. Gets it inside to McFeeters. He'll kick it out for Maurer. He can shoot from there, but he misses the shot. And McFeeters can't hang on to the carom. Sternenberg dumps it off for Del Planche, who's into the ball game. Now the Challengers on the break. He'll go hard to the hole. Down to McFeeters. He misses it, but Maurer there with the putback. (22, 24-2) ball game. Long skip pass to Del Planche. It is broken up by Marinkus. Makes an athletic move. He's got it, and he's going to lay it up and in. He tried to dunk yesterday and ended up probably wishing he hadn't, as he ended up missing it. There he goes for the sure two as the Challengers score. Now a steal out of backcourt. Matt McFeeters. He's got 6 in the ball game. Scoreboard. (28-2) ball game. Sternenberg from downtown. Nathan Sternenberg with his first points of the evening and just the second bucket of the ball game for the Crusaders. Law with the basketball. Goes hard to the hole. Lays it up with the left hand. He's got 9. Morgan Law averaging 13 points a game, the Challengers' leading scorer. They've got 3 on the team. McFeeters averaging 12 and Maurer averaging 11. So they got 3 players averaging in double figures. Haynes with the basketball. And he knocks it down. (30-8) the ball game. Levi Marinkus, his shot just a little bit short. Ball tapped out to Reese. Law. Now to McFeeters. He'll make a move on Foster. Pull up and shoot from the baseline. His shot just a little bit long. Del Planche quickly up the floor. Finds Haynes. Haynes tries to save it. Marinkus there. Levi out of backcourt. Now to Law. Just left of the top of the key. Starts to make his move. And his shot no good. Shot just a little too hard. Meanwhile, Sternenberg going the other way. And his shot over the rim. Over everything. And a timeout called. As you can see on your John L. Scott scoreboard as we update it, the Challengers lead 30-8. We'll be back after this timeout on Table Rock Sports.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Avista Utilities and our friends from My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Morning motivation, crunch in your lunch, and fuel for your road trip begins with My Circle K. Here in the second quarter, Challengers lead by 22. And they've got the basketball. Law with it, dumps it inside to Daniel Naring, who's just checked in. His lefty shot rolls around and down. It's been that kind of night for Cascade. Looked like that one was in doubt for a moment, but he got it to go. Cranenberg with the basketball. He makes a move. He gets the friendly roll. Well, Cranenberg with his first bucket of the ball game to make it 32-10. Going the other way, Naring back for Marinkus. Levi to Law. Braden Coppage. He'll make a move to his right. Has an opening, spins, goes to the hole, kicks it back out. Levi. Little step back move. Now for Naring. Cross court it goes. Marinkus takes a look at a three. Instead gets it for Reese. Reese shot just a little bit long. Out of backcourt, it's Cranenberg. Cranenberg quickly up the floor. He goes coast to coast, and he lays it up and in. Cranenberg with 4 on the night. Challengers still well in front of this one. Going quickly the other way is Cody Reese. He says, I can do that too. Reese with 4. It's 34-12. Walker, guarded by Coppage. He picks up his dribble. We have a whistle, foul called against the Challengers. Braden Coppage. Called, and a media timeout called. Well, media is code for you and me, so we'll go ahead and take a quick break here. Challengers lead in this one, 34-12. Back in 60 seconds.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep Dodge, and of course, Ram Trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Back here at the Pavilion, Crusaders with the basketball. Challengers with a 22-point lead. Cranenberg against Marinkus. Moves to his left. Works it for Walker. Cross it goes for Foster. Cranenberg. Challengers sealing off that middle. Cranenberg makes a move. Tries to go inside against Marinkus. And he loses the ball. Good defense there by the Challengers. Reese out of backcourt. Flips a pass forward to Marinkus. And they call him for the travel. So with the turnovers, Challengers will give it back to St. Mary's with 2:33 left to go in the half. Meanwhile, Benyon with it. He has a little bit of trouble, falls to the floor, but manages to hang on to possession of it. Cranenberg starts a drive. Now for Walker. Feeds it inside to Foster. His shot rejected by McFeeters. And we'll whistle in the backcourt. Called against the Crusaders. That'll be against Benyon, his first of the ball game. Reese start to make his move against Walker. Walker with the block on it, but it goes out of bounds. It'll remain Challenger basketball. Patel will check back into the ball game as Hadley comes out for a breather. Reese tries to dump it in for Maurer. Can't get there. Crusaders with the steal. Walker bounced pass to Cronenberg. His shot rejected by Maurer. He'll go out of bounds. Last touched by the Challengers. Inbounding, Jaden Foster. He'll get it nearly broken up by Marinkus, but there to haul it in is Cranenberg. Now for Walker. Walker drives inside, goes to the hole. His shot long. Marinkus with the rebound. Levi wheels and deals. Works it over for Coppage. Braden to McFeeters at the top of the key. Dumps it inside for Maurer. Maurer starts to make a move. Turnaround jumper. It won't fall. What falling to the floor is Foster. And now we have a near tie-up, but McFeeters manages to get it out. Now Coppage going to spin, go to the hole. His shot just a little bit too hard. McFeeters with the rebound, and that's good. Matt McFeeters with 8 in the ball game. He's the team leader in field goal percentage, too, at 57% on the season. Meanwhile, making a move is Patel. Foul will go against Cascade Christian. That'll go against Maurer. For Austin, that'll be his first. Challengers with 3 team fouls. Walker trying to make a move. No, that's Benyon, actually. And we'll have a foul called against Levi Marinkus. Little instruction there from Coach Morris. 36-12 ball game. Ball's loose on the floor. Walker has it. Foster. Cranenberg. Law there with the defense. Gets the screen from Foster. They'll kick it out to Benyon. Benyon has a look from 15. His shot, no good. Long rebound. Comes out to Braden Coppage. Coppage at 5'9", the second leading rebounder on the team. Over the corner it goes to McFeeters. McFeeters will pull up from 15. His shot long. And there with the rebound is Cranenberg. Cranenberg with the ball. He'll go hard to the hole. His shot, no good. Whistle foul called against Cascade Christian. And that will send Will Cranenberg to the free throw line. .13 seconds left to go in the half. 36-13 as Cranenberg converts the first. He's got another one coming. Shot up. That one's a little bit short. Maurer with the rebound. Outlets for Reese. Immediately pressure applied by Benyon. He's got Walker there too. And they're going to call Reese for the double dribble. Reese kind of looking at it like, you sure about that? But it's the men in the stripes whose opinion counts, and they say he did. So with 4 seconds left, the Crusaders have one last shot at it. Cranenberg! The shot is good. So we've played one half of basketball after the Challengers jumped out to a 22-2 start. In the second quarter, it was the Challengers outscoring the Crusaders 14-12. We'll take a timeout, and when we return, we'll be back with your halftime show right here on Table Rock Sports.
Coach, or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
At My Circle K, powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
US Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All US Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for US Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Back here at the Cascade Christian Pavilion, remind you that sports leagues and activities for the entire family are coming your way from the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. It's time to sign up now for summer fun. Go to playmedford.com where you'll find the Coach Pistoli softball camp, July 12th through 14th, led by the SOU National Championship coach and some of the players from that team. So you can also find opportunities such as junior golf lessons, USTA youth tennis programs, along with all your other favorites Visit playmedford.com to register. And also, we want to remind you, one of our other great sponsors is the Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon at 950 Royal Avenue in Medford. I hope you're enjoying today's game. They have a wide range of eye care services for the entire family. Visit eyecaresouthern.oregon.com to learn more how Dr. Brian Mitchell and his team can help your vision needs. Taking a look at the scoring from the first half, first of all for the Crusaders, again, they just had 2 points in the first quarter. So you can see they've made up some ground along the way. Leading the way for them is Will Cranenberg with 4 points. Nathan Sternberg has 3 on a triple. So does Eli Haynes. Jaden Foster, who got the first bucket of the ball game with about a minute left to go in the first, has 2 for the first half. Balanced scoring for the Challengers. Leading the way, Morgan Law with 9. Matt McFeeters has 8. Levi Marinkas with 7. Austin Maurer with 6. Cody Reese with 4. And Daniel Naring has 2. So your halftime score, the Challengers 36 and the St. Mary's Crusaders 16. And we'll take a break, and then we'll be back with more following this timeout.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love my team, I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
I just took a peek over at the girls' game. The St. Mary's Crusaders leading the Challengers in that one at halftime by a score of 21-6. They just 16. They just started the second half there, and I see that the Challengers now have drawn within 3. I want to remind you that coming up, we'll once again be streaming Challenger boys basketball action. Coming up on Thursday night, the Challengers will be entertaining Sutherland, and again, that game's going to tip off at 6 o'clock, and then coming up next week, we'll have a couple of Challenger girls games to bring your way. So make sure you tune in for that. And of course, we're just a few days away from graduation coming up this Saturday, the class of 2021, and that includes members of the basketball team such as Levi Marinkas. Also graduating will be Braden Coppage, Matt McFeeters, and Morgan Law. So looking forward to that special day for the Challengers and for the Cascade Christian class of 2021. I guess that gives me opportunity to recognize some of the sponsors of Challenger Athletics. That includes A-Plus Pools and Nike. Our presenting sponsor is George Fox University. Some of our purple level sponsors include Shady Cove Dentistry, Lithia Auto Stores, Harry Gerhard with Farmers Insurance, and Reese Electric. Gold level sponsors include the Conrad Morris Family Trust, Abba Freight Systems, Wilson Equipment, Metal Masters, and Pronto Print. 2:38 to go before we get ready for the start of the second half. The Challengers lead in this ball game, trying to run their record to 7-0 against the St. Mary's Crusaders. Your John L. Scott scoreboard shows the Challengers 36, the Crusaders 16. We'll be back in just one moment.
Your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
At My Circle K, powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
US Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All US Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for US Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Back here at the Cascade Christian Pavilion, getting ready for the start of the second half. Challengers up by 20. And the Crusaders will start out the second half with the ball. Checking over at the girls' game, the Crusader girls leading against our Challengers, 22-18. Haynes out of backcourt. Passes down on the short corner for Cranenberg. Back to Haynes. Loops a pass inside, a little bit long, but Cranenberg is there. He'll start a drive taken away by Levi Marinkus. He comes out of backcourt. Lets the traffic pass him by. Steal by Cranenberg. He goes on the break. Now for Hadley. Hadley, his shot short, but Cranenberg, his putback attempt is good. 36-18. Cranenberg now with 6 in the ball game. Law. McFeeters tries to get it inside for Maurer. And it ends up out of bounds. Last touch by Austin Maurer. Cranenberg with the basketball. Skip pass over for Sternenberg, excuse me. Hadley with the move against Maurer. Trapped along the baseline. Sternenberg going to shoot. His shot short. No good. Reese there with the rebound for the Challengers. Reese quickly down the floor. And Law throws it away. Challengers, it looked like he was thinking about Feeders being in the spot where he was rather than the spot that he's going to. Hadley between the circles. Gets it inside. Sternenberg misses the shot. Law there with the carom. Has it taken away by Hadley. Benyon shoots. His shot rolls around no good. Offensive rebound by Cranenberg. And that's going to be a foul against Maurer. And at the free throw line with the shot at the three-point play is Will Cranenberg. He converts. Now it's a 15-point ball game. Law out of backcourt. Now to Coppage. Starts a drive. Has it stripped away. Steal by Hadley. Quickly up the floor. Cranenberg. He's at the free throw line. Kick it back out for Benyon. Benyon to Hadley. Hadley makes a move. He'll pull up and shoot. Maurer there, though, to completely disrupt it. Law has it now. Challengers have yet to score the quarter, and they've been turning it over like crazy. Hadley here with a steal. Now they'll feed it back for Benyon, but it is taken away by Marinkus. Marinkus quickly up the floor for Maurer, and he can't get the handle on it. It goes out of bounds. It has not been a pretty third quarter for the Challengers. We're over 2 minutes in, and the Crusaders have outscored the Challengers 5-0 in this quarter. Ball's tipped by the Challenger defense. The defense has been good enough. Offensively, the Challengers have gotten a little careless against a Crusader team that will play good defense on you. Hadley with the basketball. It's taken away by Coppage. Coppage. And a foul in the backcourt against Benyon. For Luke, that'll be his second foul of the ball game. Reese walking up the floor. Coppage looking inside. Now inside the top of the key. Law, his shot no good. Marinkus is there. He'll feed it for Coppage. And his shot is good. Braden Coppage with his first bucket of the ball game puts the Challengers up by 17. Hadley with the basketball now for Cranenberg. Foul called against Cascade Christian. Foul away from the ball. Long pass out high for Hadley. Taken away by Law. Law has the basketball. Glides to the hoop. And he scores. Law now in double figures with 11. The Challengers now back up by 19. Hadley, bounce pass. Now for Benyon. Benyon loses his footing, but manages to keep control. But there's the Challengers with the steal. Levi Marinkus with the basketball. He lays it up and in. Levi Marinkus puts the Challengers up by 21. He's got 9 in the game. Shot rejected by Maurer. Maurer to Reese. Reese quickly up the floor. He's going to glide to the hole. And that was an awfully hard-looking shot. Looked like he was trying to maybe do something kind of fancy there. Who knows, really, but it didn't work out. And going the other way and scoring is Sternenberg. Challengers now up by 19 with 3:34 left to go in the third quarter of play. Challengers overcome a little slow start to the quarter. Marinkus, his shot rims out. It's Haynes out of backcourt. He's going to drive hard to the hole, and his shot no good. Rebound by Cody Reese. Reese guarded by Haynes. He'll work it over. Maurer's going to shoot from 3. Splash! Austin Maurer with his first triple of the ball game. He's their best three-point shooter percentage-wise at 44% on the year. Doesn't shoot as often as the other guys. But you don't want to leave him alone out there, that's for sure. 45-23. Haynes looking inside, and Sternenberg stripped as he goes to the basket. Foul will be called against Austin Maurer. And a timeout called. 45-23 on your John L. Scott scoreboard. Stick around. We've got more coming up here on Table Rock Sports.
Coach, or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
What a crazy ball game it has been, but you would expect no less between the Challengers and Crusaders. Challengers were leading at the half, 36-16. Then it looked like the Crusaders were going to be closing the gap. At one point, it was 36-21. But the Challengers since then have got things going again and have gotten back out to and actually extended that lead now out to 22. Once again, just indicating what a game of ebbs and flows that basketball can be sometimes. At the free throw line, free throw attempt good by Sternenberg. Got another one coming. Second one is good. So for Sternenberg, he's now got 7 in the ball game. Law out of backcourt as Del Planche gets ready to check back in for the Crusaders. Peyton Maurer into the ball game. And then a steal by McFeeters. He'll feed it to Maurer. And he goes with a two-handed jam. Austin Maurer firing up the crowd. He's got 11 on the night. Meanwhile, Hadley dumps it off for Cranenberg. He can't get the shot to go. And a block by Laws. Now Cranenberg has it. And he gets this one over the rim and down. Well, Cranenberg hitting double figures on the night with 10 as the Crusaders now are within 20. Levi Marinkas to Matt McFeeters. Now for Peyton Maurer. Fraternal twin of the big guy. Speaking of the big guy, he's got it now. Marinkas has a look. He's going to go ahead and drive, pull up, shoot, and it goes. Marinkas now in double figures. He's got 11. 1:19 left to go in the third. Haynes with the basketball. Up top it goes. Swinging around for Cranenberg. Cranenberg feeds it inside. Hadley against Maurer. And Maurer's there with the rejection. Maurer averaging almost 4 blocks per game. They'll kick it out for Haynes. Haynes with the long 3 ball. No good. Ball's loose on the floor. McFeeters tips it to Peyton Maurer. 46 seconds left to go in the third. McFeeters, left at the top of the key, swings it for Peyton Maurer. Peyton to Marinkas. Now to Austin. He'll look at a 15-footer. That one off target. Long rebound comes out to Walker. Walker quickly up the floor to Hadley. Hadley glides to the hole. And Marinkas with the foul. To the free throw line will be Jonah Hadley. Marinkas will come out now. And looks like we've got 3 subs ready to come in. Make that 4 as Cannon Anderson joins Daniel Naring, Braden Coppage, and Cody Reese. So these guys will get a little extra rest before the start of the next quarter, because we've got the quarter break coming right up. Hadley, free throw, a little bit flat there, and there with the rebound is McFeeters. Bounce pass to Reese. 15 seconds to go in the third. Reese. Now 6 seconds. Coppage going to drive. He's going to go hard to the hole, and his shot can't quite get there, and that will end the third quarter of play. 3 quarters of basketball in the book. The Challengers 49 and the Crusaders 27. We'll pause for messages and be back with more on Table Rock Sports.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Start of the fourth quarter at the Cascade Christian Pavilion. Challengers lead in this one, 49-27. Crusaders coming in with a 4-2 record. Challengers at 6-0. Maurer takes it inside. And there with the offensive rebound off the miss is McFeeters, but he throws an errant pass that is taken away by Tyson Delblanche. Delblanche shoots from downtown, and he drains it. 49-30. Reese with the basketball, kicks it back out for Morgan Law. Law starts a drive. He'll pull up. Bounce pass inside to Maurer. Maurer lays it up and in. Doesn't get much easier than that. Maurer leading all scorers with 13 in the ball game to make it 51-30. Skip pass from Delplanche. Now goes inside for Foster. His shot short. Rebound by Cascade. Quickly up the floor. It goes to Marinkus. Kicks it back out. Maurice. Now to Law. He'll drive the baseline. Feeds it back. Matt McFeeters. What a sweet pass. Good teamwork by the Challengers, as McFeeters has 10 in the ball game. Ball going out of bounds, going the other way. Checking into the Crusader lineup, we have Travis Johnson, junior guard. And a timeout called. Your Don L. Scott scoreboard showing the Challengers 53, the Crusaders 30. We'll be back in 60 seconds on Table Rock Sports.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.oregon.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
53-30. 6:41 left to go in the ball game. Crusader basketball. They'll plunge with it. Guarded by Law. He'll loop it for Foster. Foster loses it off of his foot. McFeeters with the basketball. He'll glide to the hole. He lays it up and in. Matt McFeeters with 12 in the ball game. As the Challengers go up 55-30. We got a whistle stopping play. Foul. That'll go against McFeeters. Challengers with 5 team fouls in the half. Crusaders with 1. Over in the corner, Hadley almost loses it. Tries to save it. Law is there for the Challengers. He'll go ahead and go out on the break. Marinkas has it. Thinks about a step back three, but instead gets it to Maurer. He'll take one, and that one way short. Ball goes out of bounds. That'll be Crusader ball. See Assistant Coach Scott Morse over there. Looking like he's getting ready to make a defensive call as the Challengers go into a 1-3-1. Pass broken up. There's Reese for Cascade. Now for McFeeters. He didn't expect that. Manages to tip a pass to Marinkas. He buries it. Marinkas now leading scorer in the ball game with 14. Now a steal by the Challengers. Here comes Matt McFeeters. He lays it up and in. And they'll count the basket. McFeeters with an opportunity at a three-point play. He's got 14 in the ball game. He had 23 against Brookings Harbor on 10 out of 11 shooting. But no surprise, the second leading scorer on the team, he shoots 57% from the floor. A lot of it on drives and interior moves. And now here he is with a chance to extend the Challenger lead. McFeeters, a 63% free throw shooter, misses that one. With the basketball, Foster has it, goes hard to the hole. Shot won't stay. We have a whistle, foul called against the Challengers. We've got Cannon Anderson, number 3, into the ball game for the Challengers, along with number 10, Peyton Maurer. Number 50 is Daniel Naring. And number 12 is Landon Hess. Foster, free throw attempt. That one's short. There, they stopped the clock. Foster. Here will come his second attempt. That one goes. (60-31). Anderson to Maurer. Cross court, it goes to Coppage. Looking for Naring. He's there in the high post at the corner of the free throw line. Cross court pass to Cannon Anderson. Shot by Maurer. Lefty shooter. The bank is open at night. Austin Maurer. Make that Peyton Maurer with the bucket. 62-31. Patel with the basketball. Bounce pass for Foster. He'll go ahead and move it over for Noah Friesen, who's in the ball game. From downtown, Del Planche. And with the rebound there was Hess. He lost the handle on it, and it is taken back by the Crusaders. 3:46 to go. Shot underneath by Patel's no good. Foster's shot. That misses its target. Yeah. Well, go against the Challengers. We have a timeout called. We'll go ahead and keep it right here with 3:35 left to go in the ball game. It is our sponsors that help make this live high school athletic action available for you, including our title sponsor, Lithia Superstore Jeep Dodge Chrysler. Visit lithiasuperstore.com to find your next ride. Also thanks to Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon, our presenting sponsor with 7 locations to serve you. Also want to recognize our supporters of Challenger Athletics. Some of our gold sponsors include Precision Electric, The Human Being, Providence Medford Medical Center. Also, State Farm agent Russell P. Brown. Then our purple level sponsors include Mini Pet Mart, Trinity Counseling, Big Town Hero, Central Equipment, and Dorner Enterprises. Thank you all for helping make all of this possible, and the Challengers. It's been quite a school year and a lot of unexpected and a lot of challenges, but it's been great to see the success of Cascade Christian's athletic programs, whether it was winning a conference title in boys soccer, also winning the culminating week football game against Santiam Christian to cap off an unbeaten season. Then also a third-place finish for the boys and girls track team. The volleyball team making a deep playoff run. Free throw attempts by Foster. Makes it 62-32. Coppage, up top it goes. Swings it around the horn for Peyton Maurer. Nearing, Coppage, guarded by Foster. Looking for help, gets it in the form of Peyton Maurer. Now it goes over for Naring. Naring going to pull up and shoot from 10. His shot short, no good. But there with the basketball is Cannon Anderson. But he ends up falling out of bounds as he attempts to save it. With the basketball, Foster for the Crusaders, and a travel call. Inbound, tipped away. Getting a hand on it for the Crusaders is Travis Johnson. Challengers will inbound once again against backcourt pressure. Making the inbound. There's Anderson with it to Maurer. Now for Landon Hess. Looks like he's grown a good 2 or 3 inches since last year. Steal by Del Planche. He goes behind the back, out of backcourt. Feeds it for Foster. Foster going to try to drive. Ball ends up behind him. Naring is there with it. Coppage out of backcourt. Works it over for Anderson. Cross court to Naring. Out of Maurer. Goes inside. Coppage. Tries a little spin move. That's not going to go, so you'll get it for Peyton Maurer. His shot off to the left, no good. Ball's loose. And a last touch by Cascade Christian. (62-33) is the scoreboard show, so we'll adjust it to reflect the same. Del Planche driving. Whistle, foul called against Cascade Christian. That'll go against Cannon Anderson, and that will send Del Planche to the free throw line with 1:14 left to go. Del Planch, free throw attempt, a little bit short. Naring with the rebound. Outlets up the floor for Peyton Maurer. Anderson with it now. Anderson being hounded by Johnson. And a lot of rocking and rolling, and nobody too worse for wear, I don't think. Challengers with 17 fouls. That's just the third team foul of the half for the Crusaders. Anderson gets a screen from Maurer. And we have a whistle foul called against Johnson. But again, with fouls to give, it'll be an inbound play for the Challengers. Taking the inbound. Now they get over for Anderson. He'll do a little step to the hoop, off the glass, and good. Cannon Anderson. Crusaders come up dry on that trip down to the floor. 22 seconds left. Anderson going to be content just to let this one run out. You want to know how long a second is? You get a feeling for it right here. But now the Cascade Christian Challengers run their record to 7-0. Your final score from the Cascade Christian Pavilion. It is the Cascade Christian Challengers 64 and the St. Mary's Crusaders 33. We will take a quick timeout, and then we'll be back with a quick wrap-up on today's game. So stick around for more here on Table Rock Sports.
RBTD all my life. When we moved to Talent, that's when we purchased our house.
All those memories were in that little spot for 17 years.
Everything in that house, all our firsts, everything gone.
Now more than ever, with so many families being displaced, their kids will still be able to come to school to Phoenix and Talent because they'll be able to use RBTD.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
So your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Back here at the Cascade Christian Pavilion, not much more you can say. The Challengers got off to a hot start. It was 22-2 after the first quarter of play. The Challenger defense on full display this evening. St. Mary's with some struggles offensively. However, give them credit. They stuck around and they fought it out. They had it 16-36 at halftime. Then in the third quarter, Challengers had some problems with turnovers early in the third and drew within 15, but the Challengers able to pull away. Looking at the statistics from the game, scoring for the Crusaders, 10 points for Cranenberg to lead the Crusaders. Sternenberg has 7, Del Planch with 3, Jaden Foster with 2, and Eli Haynes with 3. Over for the Challengers. Balanced scoring once again. Matt McFeeters and Levi Marinkas, both with 14 points apiece. Austin Maurer had 13. Cody Reese 4. Cannon Anderson 2 points. Braden Coppage with 2. Peyton Maurer with 2. And Daniel Naring with 2 in the ball game. Morgan Law had 11. Well, that'll wrap up tonight's ball game where the Challengers beat the Crusaders 64-33. Johnny McCoy making his debut on the Challenger, on the Table Rock Sports camera. Thank him for joining me tonight, and hopefully Mark McLemore will be back in good health and joining us as we're once again in action on Thursday night as the Challenger boys host Sutherland. That's all for me. Thank you again for joining us, and we look forward to being with you once again soon.